Hello, welcome to the session about Master Data Management System, our app for Business Central to synchronize data across multiple companies within the solution. This session will be provided by two of us, Tomasz Golis.
Hello, my name is Tomasz Golis. I'm a project manager and senior consultant at IT.integro, and I'm also a product owner of our global apps, including MDMS.
And me, Krzysztof Zieliński, I'm Enterprise Account Manager, 12 years in IT.integro. In terms of this product, I'm responsible for sales. And in this session, we'll mostly focus on the demo, but to only briefly explain the concept of this solution, the concept is very simple. We maintain data that is considered to be global, that should be consistent across multiple companies within the group. We maintain it in the master company, and then we publish the data to the local companies called receivers. And you may synchronize any data in any table in the system that is either within the standard functionality, any extension or third-party app. And of course, the concept is simple, but the functionality is very rich in this solution. It has been developed for more than 10 years. We first implemented this solution in 2010 for our first customer. Then we implemented for our own customers, because we also implement this solution. We need it for our own projects. You can see some of the examples of these customers on the screen. Right now there are around 85 corporate groups that are using this solution. In this corporate groups, we estimate to be around 600 companies that synchronize data, and around 5,000 users that use the application that has the data with the MDMS as a tool to synchronize data. And as I said, for the most part, we implemented this solution for our own customers, but for the last 2 years we promote it through the partner channel. We have a very positive feedback from the partners who are really interested in this solution. So we believe that also this event will help us to get more reach to the partners. So let's now switch to the demo.
Thank you, Krzysztof. So what you see now on the screen is the Business Central cloud environment. In this environment, though, we have a couple of companies created, because the main purpose of MDMS app is to synchronize the data between global company and local companies, right? In this scenario, we will have both global and local companies created in the cloud. However, our app supports all the different scenarios that you might encounter in your installations, right? So we can have a global company in the cloud and local companies in on-premise installations. Also, we support different versions of NAV and Business Central. So right now in this environment, we have a couple of companies created. We will be focusing on master company in here, which is located in my first tab. In my second tab, we are logged into Kronos Denmark, which will serve as a local company. So first of all, in MDMS, we need to set up some global policies. We do it on MDMS setup page, and the key things that we need to take care of is this indicator whether the current company is a master company and whether we want to block records from being deleted or renamed. Because actually MDMS is not only a tool that lets you synchronize data between different BC companies, it also helps you to ensure data consistency, which we will see later on. So after we set up some global policies in our master company, we'll proceed to setting up receivers. Each company that is going to receive a data from our global company is called a receiver. Let's take a look at the receiver card. Actually, it's very straightforward. MDMS is using web services for data communication, and we only need to expose a special code unit that is delivered within MDMS, and that's it. At the moment, MDMS supports both basic authentication and OAuth authentication, right? As we all know, basic authentication is going to be deprecated soon, so yeah, we are ready for this in our app. Having set up global policies and receivers, let's take a look at what we can actually transfer to local companies. The structure is called a data set. Within a data set, we need to define which tables and which fields are going to be synchronized. And we have a lot of different options here, right? The most important ones is that we need to specify which table numbers we want to send. Of course, we support indented structures like item unit of measure, item variance, and so on. For each table, we can define which fields are included, because this is actually a very common scenario. When synchronizing, for instance, item cards from master company to receiving companies, we actually do not want all the fields to be global, right? Usually it's a matter of defining the correct scope, meaning how many fields we want to maintain globally, and well, the rest of the fields is going to be maintained in a local company. So we do it here in master company on dataset page. Together with which tables we want to synchronize and which fields we want to have included, on a dataset level we also define policies, including whether we want to allow local users to insert records, delete them, and also on a field level, if you want to allow or not the local users to modify the fields, right? Because as I said, MDMS, it's not only sending the data across, but it also makes sure that the data is not adjusted locally. After we finalize the dataset, we need to link receivers with datasets using replication. Replication is basically telling the app what data should be sent and where. So for instance, here we have a replication that is taking all the items data and sends it to our Danish company. Replications can be run either in full or incremental mode, which is pretty straightforward. Full replication takes all the records and all the fields and creates a package and sends it across, while incremental replication, it only takes records that have been changed since the last run. Replications can be run in either manual mode, so you just need to open up a card and press a button. They can also be scheduled using standard job queue functionality. It's all according to your needs. So actually what we need to do in order to check if data is coming across. Right now these two companies have the same items. Let's take a look at the items list in our local company, Kronos Denmark. We have our very special item in here. I believe you all know it. Let's try to change it. In master company, let's adjust the description. Just like that. We have just changed an item description in our global company. Let's move back to our replication and run replication in incremental mode. It only takes a split second with such a small change, and we can see that after I switch to another tab, item description is changed. It all happens automatically. It all happens almost in real time, right? So the process is immediate with a single web service call. Let's see what happens if I now try to change the item description, but please be aware that I am now in my local company. When I try to change the data in my local company that I have set up to be blocked in MDMS, see, system prevents me from doing it. So MDMS not only replicates the data, but also makes sure that the data will stay consistent. All of this is fully configurable. You can set up any table, any field in the system to be replicated. I will now show you one of the more advanced features that we have. It's called record status management. Because sometimes we want to check whether the record is fully synchronized in local company. In order to do this, I need to go to MDMS records management page. I'm in master company. I need to pick up the table that is included in one of my data sets. This is a kind of a worksheet. In here, I need to find my item. And I can see that I have two receivers, Danish subsidiary and German subsidiary. Let's do it again. And here like that. So now I can see that the record has been successfully updated in my Danish company, while it is out of date in my Germany receiver. The reason is that we have processed a replication for a Danish company, but we have not done it yet for the Germany one. In order to just push the update of this given record, we can run action called one-time replication one, and this is where MDMS will take just this one record and push it through. So in general, this tool allows you to not only push the data that you consider global from global company to any number of local companies, but also helps you maintain the data consistency, and it also gives you tools to verify the current status of the records locally. And that concludes the demo.
Okay, we hope that you liked the solution. Thank you for joining this session.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.